Rogers Place, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers lead it 2-0, and the Oilers trying to respond here in Edmonton and try to get a win and try to get back in the series.
Barkov, pressured by Bouchard. Barkov, across to Forsling. Forsling, the shot, deflected, scores! And the Panthers have a 1-0 lead. It's a breakaway for Fogle. Fogle moves in, he scores!
It was tight until the Florida offense started to explode.
Has some trouble. Center, Tarasenko scores! Turn it over again. Kachuk across, score! Down the middle, and scores! Barkov, 4-1 Panthers. Something to save. The rebound, still looking. Broberg scores! The Oilers have life as a 4-2 game. Point scores! They score again, and the Oilers are within one. It's not over yet.
But it's not worth it.
5:17 to go, and the Oilers are within one. Florida Panthers are going to win Game 3 and take a 3-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup Final.
And yeah, he's very disappointed. They're celebrating. Oilers look sad. Fans are already leaving. All of them look upset.
Welcome to Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. Game number 4, the Florida Panthers can win their first ever Stanley Cup, or will the Oilers send it to Game 5 in Sunrise, Florida? I'm joined here by Season alongside me, and it's game number 4.
Yes, yep.
And we could have a potential sweep here for the first time since 1998. And
That's a long time.
I know. Let's show you.
That's older than Max's old house, which was older than him.
Let's look at a clip.
Stanley Cup, the Detroit Red Wings. They're up. Osgood with his arms up over his head coming out. The Detroit Red Wings have won the Stanley Cup for the second year in a row.
And that was the last time the sweep ever happened.
Wow, what a great clip.
I know.
That was a really good clip. I loved it.
So what do we see in this game for Florida?
Ice, a puck, some sticks, maybe a few players even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's put this stat on the screen. No team has been swept in the final since 1998. Last time was Detroit versus Washington in the 1998 Stanley Cup Final. So
Yeah, it was so long ago. Detroit was in the Stanley Cup Final.
it is.
You know, they could have been in the playoffs if they so chose this year.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at this stat. Connor McDavid has no goals in his Stanley Cup Final, playing career. He hasn't had any in this series. He's had 3 assists in 3 games. He had no points in Game 1. He had 2 assists in Game number 2, or Game number 3, my apologies. What is wrong with Connor McDavid right now?
Well, he heard the opera song, and he's like, oh, why did I get mentioned in that? And it's affecting his play.
Here's another stat. Sergei Bobrovsky is trying to gun for the Conn Smythe Trophy here if the Florida Panthers were to win tonight. He has the highest save percentage in a Cup Final ever in NHL history. And he's ahead of Patrick Wall, which was back in 1996 against Florida. So Florida's goaltender is carrying them to a potential Cup win here. And how have you thought of his play, the goaltender for Sergei Bobrovsky on the Florida Panthers?
He made a lot of really good saves last game, and I think that's helped him a lot. Wasn't it like 3 at the very end of the game?
I believe so.
Really, really close saves that he made that basically saved him.
Yeah, it could have been a tie
Because
game.
obviously you want to lead 3-0, leading 2-1. That's still easily within reach. Well, I guess not easy, but like it's still in Edmonton's grasp. My bad at that point, but it isn't really easy to come back from 3-0. Only 4 teams have ever done that in the history of the league. So
The last time there was ever a reverse sweep in the Stanley Cup final was, I believe, back in 1942 when the Red Wings lost their
isn't that
series.
the only reverse sweep?
That's the only reverse
Only
sweep.
reverse sweep in the finals?
Yep. Since 1932.
Because it's happened in the playoffs. But...
Since 1932, teams to win the first 3 games of the Stanley Cup final are 29-1. Only the 1942 Detroit Red Wings lost the series after leading 3-0, and Toronto made the comeback and won their Stanley Cup in 1942. And that's a little while ago since that happened. So
even longer than yeah, I don't want to use the term dark ages of the sport, because that was well into the league's history. But like so long ago that nobody would remember that, essentially. So how many hockey fans would remember that from 1942? Like 3 at best?
Probably.
Probably actually 3.
The Stanley Cup is in the building right now. It is getting sent in here from, I believe, a plane.
There's probably a lot of Stanley Cups if people brought their wives with them. I apologize.
Oh, great. Oh, my.
And shout out to Max for letting me make stupid jokes on the biggest game of his announcing career so far. Assuming Florida wins tonight, they might. Well, one of the biggest games, I'll say, because if Florida doesn't win, but still, potential last game is a very big deal. Very, very big.
And we are back here in Edmonton. 3-0 series lead for the Florida Panthers. Can win it here tonight if they can do it. If they cannot,
If they can win, if they can do it. That's okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. And we are going here in Edmonton. We're gonna hear the national anthems soon. And the
That's
cup.
right. They're gonna play both of them.
The cup is in the house.
Is the opera guy gonna sing it again?
I think so. I think that guy is gonna sing it again. So. This is going to be really interesting. Who do you see winning this game?
At least one of the teams.
Oh. Oh, great.
I could see Edmonton doing it, but I see Florida. That's my prediction. It could go either way, as we saw yesterday in the NBA Finals when Dallas won by 40, and they're down 3-0. So we'll see.
The question is, will it follow the same pattern as the NBA Finals has? We will see here tonight. Edmonton can win at home.
It would be interesting if they finish with the same series record. That would be pretty interesting.
I believe that happened in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals of both of these Stanley Cup playoffs when Oilers won against Dallas 4-2, and the Florida Panthers beating the New York Rangers, the President's Trophy New York Rangers, in 6. Both teams were done in 6, or 1-6. So at any moment,
1 and 6.
Yep.
They just played all 7 games. They're like, yeah, I mean they're winning, but we're just gonna play a couple
Yeah.
more games.
Let's hear in from inside Rogers Place.
I welcome you here to Treaty 6 territory. This land has been
Oh,
traditionally
they're
region 4
doing
homeland for the Métis people of
this.
Alberta,
This is
the
interesting.
Inuit, and ancestral territory of the
Is this
Cree,
their
Dene, Blackfoot,
tribute to the
Saulteaux, and
ancestral
Nakota Sioux
lands?
people since time immemorial. The recognition of our history on this land is an act of reconciliation, and we honor those who walk with us. Thank you. Kinenaskumpnao.
And viewing at home across oil country and here in Rogers Place, we ask you to please remain standing, remove your hats, and join the singing voice of your Edmonton Oilers, Robert Clark, in the performance of the
Oh no, is
American
it the same
and Canadian
dude?
national anthems. Signed
Let's
tonight
freaking
by
go.
Edmonton resident and deaf
They get it
performer
every
with
Oilers
PXP, Linda Cundy.
Robert Clark, take it away.
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I always thought it was interesting that they do America's anthem first during the Canada games.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command.
And wow, that was a loud crowd.
Was it? Because it got pretty quiet at the end there, at least for me. I couldn't really hear when it ended. This last like 20 seconds. Good on them though. I saw there were even some Florida players singing it, so good for them. I don't know, maybe they're from Canada.
Sergei Bobrovsky, a
I don't know.
.916 save percentage, 2 shutouts in the playoffs, and a .953 save percentage in this series. .89693. Stuart Skinner, his save percentage in the playoffs, and a .868 save percentage in this series. Terrible. He needs to be better for the Oilers.
Yes. I would agree with that. All right. Are we gonna turn the sound back on since this is the?
Yeah, we have this.
Is this the? Is this the SAP feed?
Yeah, I have. Which one?
The feed that's got the ice audio?
Yeah, we got the ice audio on. Centering pass could
Okay.
not go. Shot and a
can't hear it,
save. So 16 seconds into the period, we get a whistle as Ekholm had a blast.
That was pretty quick.
Hold on just a second there.
Oh, man. Oh, yay.
Off the tie-up, one here, and it's battled for along the wall. Sorry, I'm trying to match up our feeds here from my TV here. So the Oilers have the puck. Ekholm passes it for Bouchard. And it's taken away here by Florida. Retreated here. Bennett had it. Forsling the stretch pass. Up. Verhaeghe. Taking it away. Forsling regathers it. Back to Forsling into the defensive zone. We'll send it in from center as we pass a minute into the first period of game number 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Florida leading it 3-0. Tkachuk behind the net. Centering pass. What a save. Might have went wide. Did you see if that went out wide or not? Shot by Forsling and deflected and a save. Someone lost their stick. They want a penalty.
Wow.
Bennett across.
Out
Back
crowd.
door. Oh my God, what a defensive play. And Draisaitl sends it in. Along the wall. Draisaitl got taken down. Verhaeghe. Taking it away. It was a big collision. Verhaeghe on a 2-on-1. Verhaeghe. Delayed penalty upcoming on Edmonton. Across shot. Tarasenko stopped by Skinner. Montour has it. And the penalty is called. And this is a bad penalty to take for Edmonton. 1:53 into the first, and he looks hurt.
Oh, that was 92 minutes. Are they booing?
Yeah, because it was called on
Booing
Edmonton.
fans? Oh,
So Nurse
dang,
takes the
already
penalty.
an injury. That's bad.
Oh, my. Oh, wow. Ow, look right here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That did not look good.
A major. They've called a major on the Oilers. 5 minutes. A 5-minute
Oh,
power
wow.
play. They're reviewing it, though. Hold on. Sometimes they do this. They call
5 minutes.
They might call 5 minutes, but they usually call this. Bennett is going down to the locker room. They're going to review it. This is the way they can review it. Next year they can review it, but this year we cannot. They cannot. So they call a 5-minute major to review the play, to deem if it's 5-minute major or a 2-minute or a double minor. So right now, it is being reviewed, and the fans are chanting, "Ref, you suck." But that looked really bad there. What did you see? And they made a decision.
Edmonton penalty number 2, 2 minutes tripping.
2 minutes for tripping,
Okay, 2 minutes.
So
So that's
the-
not that bad.
but already 1:53 in. You probably don't want to take a penalty here.
Definitely not. That is probably the last thing you'd want, especially this early in a game like this. Like the penalty is going to last longer than the game's been going.
So face off here. Barkov wins it. Power play ongoing here for Florida. Reinhart will try to get to it. Leaves it. Shot. Blocked. That did not go out of play. It is flipped out of the zone and cleared. Barkov has it. 15 seconds to pass in the power play. Barkov moves it in. Sends it across for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe rims it all the way around. Along the boards. And covered by Skinner. So right now, nothing much on this power play here for the Florida Panthers. Off the face-off. Battled for along the wall and cleared. Edmonton doing a decent job in penalty killing. This crowd is electric right now. Montour drops it. Reinhart, Barkov now has it. Verhaeghe on the left wing, gave it for Barkov. Along the wall, battled for Verhaeghe, centering past to Tkachuk. Shot, and that hit the bar, rebound. Oh, that hit the post. Unbelievable chance there for Florida. Verhaeghe, Reinhart has it behind the net. Now Barkov along the wall. Barkov trying to center it. In front in the slot, poked out in an odd man rush. Brown, short-handed, a 2-on-1. Brown holds up, centered, scores!
Oh!
A short-handed goal for the Oilers, and they take a 1-0 lead.
During the power play?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's complete incompetence by Florida there. You have one extra player out there over the other team, and you still allow a goal.
Bad mistake, bad defensive play, and the Oilers are up 1-0 in an elimination game. What did you see on that play?
Like I said, just complete incompetence by Florida. That should not be something you allow to happen.
So the power play continues for Florida. They're still on the man advantage, but Matthias Janmark gets the goal. Tarasenko along the wall. Almost given up to the Oilers once again. Ekman Larsson has the puck. Ekman Larsson drops it for Bennett. And a 1-0 lead for the Oilers, the first time leading here in the Stanley Cup final. And since the first time since 2006. In game number 6 of the Stanley Cup final back in 06 when they won against Carolina. Tarasenko forced it out. Here comes another odd man rush. Vogel trying to send it for McLeod. Collision there. Power play is now over. McDavid.
Not that it mattered.
We gathered the puck. McDavid burst of speed. Shots are even at 2 in the game. McDavid gets through the defense, got poked away. Bennett. Whistle. There's a whistle. Hold on. There's a penalty upcoming on Florida. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is a terrible start for Florida. Crowd loving it though. Holy. I did not expect this.
Too many men on the ice.
Too many men.
No, they didn't finish. After the power play, they didn't finish. That is bad. You cannot leave an extra man on the ice after a power play like that, especially in a moment like this when all the energy is against you.
Especially when Oilers scored a short-handed goal and now all the energy is to them right now. Less than 5 minutes into the first period, we have a 1-0 lead for the Oilers, and they're going to the power play for the first time tonight. Trying to make it a 2-0 lead. Off the face-off. One here. Bouchard across. Nugent Hopkins. McDavid back to Nugent Hopkins. Holds up. Got pressured to McDavid along the left wall. McDavid leaves it for Bouchard at the blue line. McDavid has it at the point. McDavid across for Bouchard. That blast deflected wide. Might have been blocked out in front. I believe it was blocked by Lusterinen. Bouchard, 98-mile-per-hour shot on that previous chance. McDavid holds up. Moving his way through. McDavid through the middle. Leaves it for Bouchard to Draisaitl. And that pass from McDavid could not go. They had a little bit too much on it. Nugent Hopkins gives it for Bouchard. Sent it in. Tried to send it in. It was blocked. That was a bad play there by Bouchard.
You know, I got blocked on Instagram once.
What? McDavid moves it in. Nugent Hopkins drops it up at the point. Bouchard in the middle. Holds up and it was blocked. And Florida trying to go shorthanded was taken away there. Barkov was trying to create a shorthanded chance. Nugent Hopkins moves it in. Along for Draisaitl. McDavid across. Hyman and it just missed wide. Might have rang off the post. Draisaitl back to the point for Bouchard with 35 left on it. Bouchard across for Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard, the return pass to Nugent Hopkins on the right side. at the center of the blue line for Bouchard, now at the point for Bouchard. McDavid in the right circle. On the right wing, McDavid through the middle. That one, Draisaitl hit the post. 15 seconds to go. That shot was blocked. Got it back. Jamming at it. Saved by Bobrovsky. 6 minutes into the first. My goodness, have we had some good action so far. I believe my odds.
Absolutely.
This is going really good for the Oilers so far. Where was this team? Apparently they just had to score shorthanded to show up. 6 power play goals for Leon Draisaitl. He has no points in this series. No goals, no assists, no nothing. Hasn't done anything in this series. He almost did if he scored that one that just rang off the post. 11 seconds to go on the power play. Broberg's shot deflected into the corner. Held in at the point. Rimmed all the way around. Power play about to expire. Centering pass. Out in front. Shot. Save. Rebound. Fogle fanned on it. And the Panthers regather it. Barkov, 3-on-2, crossing the line. Barkov trying to center it. Head off the outside of the net, and Stuart Skinner made a save on it. Shots are 4-2 Oilers, given away. That shot was blocked on the way through and into the corner. Fogle regathers the puck. Fogle. Stretch pass for Perry. And it's sent deep into the Florida zone. Ekblad gives it for Verhaeghe. Got pressured. A return pass to Ekblad behind the net. Now Forsling on the left wing. Forsling sends it in from center. That's going to be an icing, actually, with 13-11 left to go in the first. Shots are 4-3 Oilers and a 1-0 lead for Edmonton. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll be back on more Stanley Cup final action as Matthias Janmark gets his start of the playoffs. And I don't know if we're going to commercial or not. Are we?
After you call it. I don't see any commercials.
I don't think we're going to commercial, y'all. My apologies. Off the face of one ear. It was an icing on Florida, so we went back into the Florida zone for Hagee. Pressured along the wall, pressured again. Still fighting for it along the wall. Bouchard fishes it free, but turned over to Barkov. Barkov centers it for Reinhart in the right circle. Back to the point, the blast. That was deflected wide. Ekman Larson has it. Rims it all the way around, and Bouchard regathers it. Sends it cross ice for Ekholm. Stretch pass, and that was icing on the Oilers with 12:44 left to go on it, and the crowd boos. And a little bit of pushing and shoving right after it, too. And welcome in.
It appears we have a third commentator in the booth.
I like how he's acting so goofy in the game where we could potentially see the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I know, because it's more fun this way. We're the goofy stream, okay? If you want real commentary, actually, never mind. I just remember who commentates these games. Well,
Watch the
yeah, I was gonna say,
ASL.
if you want real commentary, watch the TV.
If you want real commentary, you stay way away from ESPN.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I was about to say that, and then I realized
my goodness, I am not spoiling this call. There is no absolute way. I think my feed is a bit ahead of yours.
Yeah, you can watch it with us. We're sharing a feed.
Edmonton regathers the puck. They move it in onside on an odd man rush. Centering pass, score!
Is that what you saw?
Yes.
Okay,
Adam,
I'd say watch
Henry.
with our feed then, because we are definitely not in sync.
2-0 Oilers. And they're on fire right now.
Dang, doesn't that melt the ice?
Wow, what a start for Edmonton. They have a 2-0 lead, not even 8 minutes into the first period. And this kind of feels like what we saw in Dallas the other night with the Mavericks.
This is the by Janmark and Ekholm, and it's of course his third playoff goal
Henrique
in
got
the
it.
season so far.
Henrique deflected it, and Adam Henrique gets his first goal since, I believe, game number 3 of the Western Conference Final against Dallas. And The Oilers have a 2-goal lead, and this crowd is loving it, and Florida just looks kind of disjointed right now.
And our third commentator just left the booth.
Barkov holds up in the slot. Given shot, deflected up in the air. Back to the point, Ekman Larson. Shot, deflected, rebound, still loose. Rodriguez across for Ekman Larson. That was blocked out in front. Back to Rodriguez. He shoots, stopped by Stuart Skinner. Stolen away, Rodriguez again. Holds up, and he's got stopped by Stuart Skinner. Nugent Hopkins stretches it up for Draisaitl. Here come the Oilers once again. Perry leaves it for Draisaitl in the slot. Got pressure. Draisaitl pressured there. They wanted a penalty. Perry deflected. Where's the puck? And it's covered. And a little bit of pushing and shoving right afterwards. The crowd loving it here in Edmonton. A 2-0 lead. And we're finally going to go to commercial. Janmark gets the first, and then Henrique gets the second. Janmark set up both of the goals. We'll be right back after this. The crowd in Edmonton going wild. And we're back in Edmonton, a 2-0 lead for the Oilers. And what do we think so far?
I think it's looking like a good game for Edmonton. It looks like they're trying to redeem themselves a bit from the last two, but it might be a little too late for them. At the same time, I don't think Florida's playing a good game at all. They've had a lot of personal mistakes. They allowed a goal during their power play. You know, when you get to game 4s when you're down 3-0, this is the type of stuff that happens.
Kind of reminds me of the Celtic habits that I previously mentioned. And
yeah, well, part of the problem is that like when you get up 3-0, I feel like you start getting a little overconfident. You know, maybe just expecting that you'll win the whole tournament or the series, so you don't play as much.
Shot and just missed wide.
Good performance.
There's the shot that was blocked out in front. Now Verhaeghe has it. Holds up in a stretch pass down the middle. Ekblad sends it in. 10:47 left to go in the first. Along the wall, battled for it. Tkachuk gets it in the corner. Pressured Broberg. And lifted up in the air. And the Panthers onside Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe holds up and cleared. 7-6 the shots favoring the Oilers. They're getting to a good start here in Edmonton. Who do you think needs to get the next goal here, in your opinion?
To keep momentum going, Edmonton will need to get it, but if Florida wants a chance to stop it, they need to get it.
Here comes Kulikov, moving in on
That's the question, so it's tough, because it's kind of like...
Shot save, rebound. Here come the Oilers. McDavid with a burst of speed. McDavid into the zone. Shot, saved by Bobrovsky. Behind the net, Bouchard. Given up in the slot and taken away by Barkov. Onside, Montour in a save. First multi-goal lead of the series for the Oilers. Their second lead of the series. because they led in game number 2 1-0, and then Florida came back and
They
won
haven't
that
been
game.
playing well this
4-1.
whole series, essentially.
They've only led once, and this is their first multi-goal lead. Yeah, they have not been playing well. So a 2-0 lead for the Oilers. Florida and Edmonton. And Florida has it. Ekblad holds up behind the net. Ekblad still behind his own net. Looking to start the breakout. Stretch pass as Lawrence sends it in on, and that's an icing. 9:14 left to go in the first, and a 2-goal lead for Edmonton. What do you think's working out here so far?
I think Edmonton's got all the momentum. Well, I wouldn't say all the momentum they could want, but they've got a lot of it, and it's really starting to show. But it's kind of so late in the series from their perspective that it may or may not actually matter too much.
Shots are even at 8. Leon Draisaitl, as I previously mentioned, has 0 points in this series, and he has 28 in the playoffs. He's tied for second most in the NHL, but he's held pointless here in this series. Up in the air, Ceci has it at center. Gives it for McDavid near the center line. And McDavid with a burst of speed, trying to move it through. Nugent Hopkins holds up, leaves it for Ceci. Gives it for Draisaitl. Draisaitl on the right wing. Draisaitl sends it back to the point. Ceci, the shot was blocked and out of the zone. Draisaitl has it. 8:49 left to go in the first period. Draisaitl still with the puck between the circles. Gives it for Ceci. Got pressured. Turned over to Florida. Here comes Lusterinen. Across for Lundell. Along the wall. Pressured. Forsling. Shot. Deflected. Score!
Oh!
Tarasenko. And he makes it a 2-1 game.
Now Florida's kind of starting to show up. Now they're kind of starting to say, all right, that was fun what you guys were doing, but now we're going to kind of come back out here and try to play again.
Let's see on that goal, though.
Wait, hold up. Are they going to... Was that actually scored? They haven't updated it. Okay. They've determined it was a goal. It took them a minute.
Look at that deflection.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a close shot. Yeah, it looked for a second like they might not actually call it as a goal, so
Vladimir Tarasenko, second of the series, 5th of the playoffs, and he cuts the deficit to 1 here in game number 4. We've only had 17 shots combined here in the game, and we already had 3 goals. Does not seem like we're going to have a goalie battle here. Or goalie duel. Along the wall, Brown in the corner. And you are right. They stopped the bleeding. You said if Florida were needed to get the next goal, they need to stop the bleeding here and stop the momentum for the Oilers. They look like they're getting back to work here as they have an offensive pressure here. Shot from distance was blocked and clear. It's going away. Here comes Bennett, a 2-on-1. Bennett across. What a save! Unbelievable. Stuart Skinner just robbed him. He just robbed Verhaeghe of a goal.
Man, isn't that a crime?
Did you see that? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Yeah, with the boot.
What a save.
Yeah, I did see it all right.
What a save. And we're going to commercial. We're back in Edmonton. It's a 2-1 game. If
Yeah,
a game
we
5
are.
is necessary, it will be on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC, or here if you want to watch us on the MHS feed. A 2-1 lead for the Oilers with a 2-0 lead. And Stuart Skinner just made a big stop here. What do you think of that amazing save that he did right there?
It was pretty crazy. Like, right next to him. Very clutch. Even though it's not really
Face
clutch
on one
yet.
here. Reinhardt along the boards got angled off and turned over. Barkov centers it. What a save, and the rebound was stopped. And Florida getting the offense now. They're playing into their game. And I think that goal really helped them there, like you mentioned. That's going to be icing on Edmonton and an offensive face-off for the Oilers. Or for the Florida Panthers, my apologies. What do you see that's different for the Florida after scoring that goal?
They seem to be playing evenly matched. It looked like they're sucking horribly the first little bit, but now it's kind of like they're awake and they're ready to come back and respond and play.
It's unbelievable how quickly Florida just turned on the engines. Kachuk centers it, and a save deflected, and Stuart Skinner stops it. That's his 11th stop of the night already. Shots are 12-8. Florida. NHL Awards, June 27th.
The NHL Awards.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, and then you said it at the same time as me, or me, because yeah.
What's on the 27th?
Didn't matter though.
On the 27th, they'll be in Las Vegas at the Sphere.
Yeah, it will. Isn't that where the draft is too?
Yeah. Bennett
That
lost the
should be fun.
face-off as Merce flips it out up in the air. Florida turned it over. Ryan trying to go down low. That pass could not connect. And McLeod steals it away. McLeod leaves it for Broberg. He had a goal in the previous game. Broberg behind the net. Broberg trying to center it. Weaves his way through. Broberg centers it. Got through everybody and out of the zone. At one point in this game, the Oilers were leading in the shot department. Now it is now Florida, as an icing has happened here on Edmonton.
I could eat a whole thing of icing right now. That sounds really
You should
yummy,
make that
yummy.
joke last time we were here.
I've made that joke plenty of times.
Oh my gosh. It's interesting here in Edmonton to see if they can pull off a reverse sweep. Hasn't happened since 1942 when the Red Wings got reverse swept. Centers it out in front, and Stuart Skinner stops it. 6:41 left to go in the first. 2-1 Edmonton. What do you think Edmonton needs to do here to try to get the next goal? Because it feels like if Florida gets it, it's going to be tied, and it looks like all the energy is going to go to them.
Sorry, what was the question?
What do you think Edmonton needs to do here to try to like get back on the gas, I guess? Because it seems like after Florida got that goal, it's felt like all the energy's been going to Florida.
They need to make sure to balance it out the same way Florida balanced them out when they scored it. 'Cause they've had the momentum on their side. They just need to be able to maintain it.
So an offensive face-off here for Florida. Lundell does not win the face-off. Cleared out, and the Oilers move it up. Vogel was trying to get through the defense. Ekblad pressuring him on the back check. Forsling now, Lusterinen. Stretch pass, cross ice for Tarasenko, who tries to get through to D. Centered it, and it was stopped by Stuart Skinner with 6:21 left to go in the first. And a little bit of pushing and shoving right afterwards. Right now, the Oilers have a 2-1 lead.
Wow.
Wow. So honest thoughts in the game so far.
It's been a very good game. I've been very entertained by it. I think both teams are playing pretty well. I wouldn't say either of them are really playing the best they can, but they're both playing really good.
David's going off the ice. Hasn't had a goal in the series. 2 goals on 9 shots on Bobrovsky. And may I remind you, the cup is in the building still here for Florida if they do make a comeback. But Edmonton needs to be really good to keep them off the board again or try to build on that lead. And we have not had overtime in the Stanley Cup final since I believe game number 5 of game number 3 of the 2023 Stanley Cup final. Reinhardt, the shot got blocked. Florida won that game in overtime in game 3. That was their only win of the Stanley Cup final until this year. Ekholm, Fogle, Broberg, McLeod, Janmark, and Henrique have been the only goal scorers in the series for the Oilers. No McDavid, no Draisaitl, no Hyman, nothing. It's been the depth that people have not seen here for the Oilers as the faceoff's won here by Lawrence for the Panthers in the offensive zone. Montour got taken down in the corner. Montour regathers the puck in the corner, got battled for it. And here comes Hyman. My apologies, Brown. Brown return pass, centers it, and that was blocked by Montour. Lawrence. Okposo, and he sends it. That'll be no icing. And one of the Panthers lost their edge there. And the Oilers stretch it up. Odd man rush, centering pass, backhand, scores!
Oh my gosh!
Holloway, 3-1 Oilers.
This is officially a shootout. Oh boy, that's crazy. Wow. Unbelievable.
3-1 lead. What'd you see on that play?
That was incredible. Seems the Oilers have finally played their back and they're ready to respond. Again, even though they already have the lead.
They get the 2-goal lead back. But for Florida, they have family here that are waiting for them to win the cup. It might not happen here. We might go back to Florida. It's still the first, and it's a 4-goal combined first period here. Probably one of the highest in this series. I believe it is the highest in the series. And the Oilers regather at center. Dylan Holloway with his 4th of the playoffs makes it a 3-1 lead. They restore the 2-goal lead. And Draisaitl finally gets a point on it. Finally gets a point in this series. And Bobrovsky does not look good in this game for Florida, the goaltender. But the defense is not helping here so far in the game. And with 4:37 left to go, it's a 3-1 lead. 3 goals on 10 shots. Lundell trying to move it in. Lundell, the shot blocked, got towards Skinner and a stop. Ryan stolen away. And Luostarinen will regather it. Send it in from the blue line. Skinner out to play it. Skinner backhands it to the wall. Not cleared. Luostarinen held it in. Nurse intercepts the pass. Nurse couldn't get it out. Luostarinen across. Lundell has the puck. Lundell to Ekman Larson off his skate and out of the zone. Stolen away. McDavid was trying to get through. That's a penalty, I believe, maybe. No, it's an offside.
Ooh.
No. It's still in play. It was an offside warning. Probably should have been a penalty there for holding. And that one, I believe, is offside. And the crowd does not like the referee call.
Understandably.
3:44 left to go on the first, and a 3-1 lead, and they just saw a replay on the board, and they're brewing even harder now. Holloway has made it 3-1.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. And we're back in Edmonton, a 3-1 lead for the Oilers. And what do you think is going wrong here for the Panthers here?
They're just letting the momentum get away from them. And that is the last thing you want right now.
Trying to win a cup in Edmonton. They have a 3-0 series lead, but the Oilers have a 3-1 lead. It was a 2-1 game, but then Holloway made it a 3-1 game on 10 shots. What is wrong with Bobrovsky right now? He does not look like he's saving a lot of pucks here. He was brilliant in the last game.
He might just be having an off night.
Which is fine, you know. They have a 3-0 series, like you know. They also have a -4 first period goal differential and a +25 for the rest of the game this postseason. So that means they have 4 goals scored on them more than them scoring themselves. Not good, but they're brilliant in the rest of the game, so it becomes a sense when you think they can start getting the scoring to get some momentum on their side. Barkov trying to center for Reinhart. Back to the point from Nikola. Nikola, the shot from distance. It was blocked out in front. Reinhart regathers it. Shot. Blockered away. And taken away. Brown sent it in. Nikola in the circle. Along the boards. Taken away here by Florida. Montour leaves it. And it went into the benches. That should have been a penalty maybe for too many men. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Centering pass for Ekman Larson at the point. Shot! Deflected just wide. Bennett near the boards. Pressured off. Angled off. Kulikov at the blue line. Shot was blocked. And the Oilers the other way. He lost his stick. He was bouncing. Draisaitl. They wanted another call. This crowd has been electric in the wrong way and the right ways. But the referees are not calling nothing since the first 2 power plays at the beginning
they're
of the
calling.
game.
Yeah, well, wouldn't that mean they are calling?
And a ref you suck chant in the building.
Ref you suck. But with no ref, it's no game, right?
CC has it.
Silly little ribs.
Sent in from the blue line. 2 minutes to go in the first. Luostarinen pressured off the puck. Oh, got crushed behind the play. 1:50 left to go in the first. It's been physical. There's been a lot of goal scoring, and the Oilers move it up. No, Luostarinen intercepted it. Held it at the blue line for Forsling. That shot was blocked, and into the corner it goes. Nurse trying to clear it, got pressured. Along the wall. 90 seconds left to go in the first period here in Edmonton. 3-1 Oilers in game number 4, where they're down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final. Forsling at the blue line, across the blast. Didn't get enough on it. Nurse trying to rim it out, he does not. And then that pass was intercepted. McLeod trying to send it in deep. Forsling regathers it at their own blue line with 1:07 left to go. Forsling has the puck again as a return pass. Rodriguez centers it, deflected and a save. Barkov had a chance out in front. A minute left to go in the first. Sent in from the blue line. They got to touch up because there's going to be an offside warning along the wall at center near the penalty boxes. Vogel will send it in deep to the Florida zone. 45 seconds to go in it. Rodriguez clears it out of the zone. Ekholm, Bouchard, and then that return pass couldn't go and it's given away here. Bouchard has done those mistakes here in this series, and he cannot let that happen. Bennett behind the net for Reinhart. Stolen away here. Here comes Bouchard, stretch pass. Trying to center with Hyman. 19 seconds to go in the period. That one almost went out of play. That hit the glass. 10 seconds to go. Sent in, bouncing puck, saved by Skinner. Skinner plays it with Bouchard. 5 seconds to go. Bouchard the stretch pass. And a 3-1 lead for the Oilers after 20.
All right.
14 straight playoff wins when scoring 3+ goals in the first period for the Oilers. They probably wish they had done that sooner, but they have a 3-1 lead. Coming up is our first intermission report. We'll be right back. And we're back. Intermission report here. And this was an interesting period for Edmonton and Florida.
Yeah.
3-1 after 20. Shots were 14-10 favoring the Panthers. But a 3-1 Oilers lead. 3:11 into the first. Jan Mark on his third of the playoffs, and he gets a shorthanded goal. What did you see on that play when when Florida got scored on their own power play? We discussed before that power play even started that it was going to look bad for the Oilers, who were trying to stay off elimination, and they took a penalty right off the bat.
Yeah, that was just bad on their part. Like, there's no excuse for that, in my opinion. I think you need to know better than to play like that in that kind of situation.
And then the next goal by Adam Henrique, 4 minutes and 33 seconds later to make it a 2-0 lead. Then Vladimir Tarasenko made it a 2-1 game, and then Holloway made it 3-1 not even 3 minutes after that goal. And I remember your reaction. You're like, oh, my God. This has been an interesting,
yes,
very, very interesting and fun game so far. Do you think the Oilers want to maintain this bunch of scoring or no?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't they?
Have a stat here. Oilers goals this series. First 8 periods, they only scored twice. In the last 2 periods, they have scored 5 times. So I guess they love scoring. And for Florida, they're trying to win the cup here in Edmonton. That's still the possibility here if they potentially make a comeback and win the cup here tonight. But right now, it's not looking like it. What do you think they need to do to, get back how they play? How to play like how they've done in the first 3 games? I'm bad at phrasing stuff.
Like that. Yeah. I don't fully understand what you're asking. I'm sorry.
What do you think they need to do to get back to the game to try to win this game and the cup?
I don't really know how to respond to that. I'm not gonna lie here.
All right, we'll go through the stats then.
You ask me all these questions, buddy. I'm sorry, I don't understand the sport that well.
This feels like as wacky as the basketball one we did the other day, or yesterday, I think. 58.3% face-off percentage favoring the Oilers compared to 41.7%. Over one of the power plays for both teams. 19-15 the hits favoring the Panthers. 11-7 block shots favoring the Oilers. Giveaways 6-1 Oilers. 6-5 takeaways favoring the Oilers as well. There's only been 2 penalties. Darnell Nurse for tripping against Sam Bennett. For a moment we thought that was going to be a 5-minute major, and then they reduced it when they reviewed it. And then too many men on the ice for Florida. And the Oilers did not capitalize on that, but I believe they scored a couple minutes after that. So a 3-1 lead for Edmonton. What do you think's working right here for Edmonton?
They have a lot that's going well as far as scoring goes. But I feel like defensively they haven't been doing as well. I feel like Florida's has kind of been playing worse. Their goalie's been doing a good job, obviously. But I feel like they're letting Florida get into scoring range a little too often.
It's a 3-1 lead, and if they brought this energy, I remember we said in the Mavericks Celtics game, if the Mavericks played like that in Game 4 and transferred that performance from Game 4 to Game 3, this would have been a completely different series going into that Game 4 yesterday, making it a 2-1 series lead for Boston. If the Oilers play like this on Game 3, and they almost came back in Game 3, remember, I feel like this could have been a tying situation, and this could have been an interesting series, but right now they're just trying to stay off elimination. We have some similarities between NBA and Stanley Cup Final right now, and it's interesting to see here. Is there anything else you wanted to point out that you saw in that period?
Not really. But good game by both teams, especially Edmonton. Florida needs to pick it up.
So a 3-1 lead for the Edmonton Oilers. We are the Edmonton Oilers.
We're the Edmonton Oilers, and we like to play hockey.
Now they actually like to play hockey because they're winning right now.
Yeah, now they like to play hockey.
Maybe a little too late, but one team has reverse swept, and we previously mentioned that. That was back in 1942, long time ago. Probably before your parents were even born, maybe even before your grandparents were even born, maybe.
1982?
1942.
42. Oh, okay. I think I said 82. I was about to say that was not before my parents were born, buddy.
No, it was 1942, and
Yeah, 1942. Probably before your parents were. Yeah, I would hope so. If your parents were alive in 1942 and you're watching this freaking stream, I feel bad for you.
Stuart Skinner's had a good performance. What have you felt for the Edmonton goaltender who made that really good stop after Florida was scored that goal to make it 2-1 and had a chance to tie right there, and the glove stopped there?
I don't even remember the question because you explained so many different things in that. You're like, so what did you think of like this? And they're like, when they did that, they're like, oh, okay, buddy, one at a time, man.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, I can't respond to like 10 different questions. You're like, what'd you think of that? And then you give me like 3 paragraphs, like
Okay.
a freaking essay.
Okay,
worth of
let's
information.
simplify. Let's let's simplify it. What did you think of that stop when Stuart Skinner robbed that Verhaeghe when it was 2-1? When he like lunged across.
It was a really good stop. Yeah, that was really good.
So if Florida scores and ties the game, do you see Florida maybe getting the lead here maybe in this first, theoretically, or do we see Edmonton still having that here?
Yeah, I could see that.
So a 3-1 lead. We are less than 4 minutes away from the second period here in Edmonton. I don't have the stat on me real quick. I got to search this up real quick. Let me put the stat up. Back in 2006, the Oilers were in the Stanley Cup Final, and let's see when they had a lead here. The last time they've had a lead here in Edmonton, which was back in Game 6, June 17th, 2006. It's almost to the date.
A while ago.
It's almost to the date too. We're on the 15th. It was on the 17th when they stayed alive in Game 6. They were down 3-1 in that series. Oh my. They were down 3-1 in that series. Wow. They almost won it, but they did not win Game 7. Carolina won 3-1, and they won their first Stanley Cup. Yeah. Game 3 on June 10th in 2006 was a 2-1 Oilers victory. We had a 2-1 lead. Now it's a 3-1 lead here in tonight's game. We're going to take a short break, and right after the break, we'll be right back, and we'll cover the second period.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. We're back in Edmonton. Join alongside Season. Second period about to start here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts heading into the second period? We just saw the cup right here. This footage for the cup.
Sure did.
What do you think Edmonton's doing right here?
They're making sure that they can score and get the momentum while they can. You're asking me these same questions a lot.
Oh, I need to ask questions, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, questions, not question with an S at the end. So weird. You can hear the crowd cheering, but no one says anything. It's kind of awkward.
Showing the players right now. I think they're trying to show video. They just have the audio of the video on this feed. Like they're trying to show replays of the goals or whatever, or saves, and it's not showing on the screen. And the second period is starting here, and I don't know why the goal horn's going off or whatever. Okay, now they finally fix the audio. Ryan Hart will send it in. And the Oilers have the puck at the blue line. Ekholm has it at his own blue line, recovers it. Ekholm has it again, trying to stretch past it. Connor McDavid tonight has no goals, no points, nothing right now. Not working out for him. Leading after the first, they were 5-4. 19:13 left to go. We have a whistle.
I can't whistle, so I can make weird sounds. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to issue an apology on air for making stupid sounds.
I gotta sync up the audio again.
No, but then doesn't it get out of sync for the viewers?
No, I don't know. That's gonna be a whistle here. Hand pass. What do you see so far in the first 56 seconds?
Ice. It's been 56 seconds, buddy.
Cracking me up.
No, I'm just saying though. You keep asking me all these questions. Like, I haven't had time to even come up with an answer.
So the Florida Panthers have more offensive zone time, but they have not used that to their advantage here. Oilers have less. Oh, what a hit. Got taken down. And McDavid scores!
Oh my gosh.
His first of the Stanley Cup final. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Oilers.
It's because you said he hadn't scored yet. It's because you pointed it out.
See, stats work. McDavid gets his first goal ever in the Stanley Cup final. It's a 4-1 Oilers lead. What'd you see on that?
Wow. I saw him score.
So McDavid makes it a 4-1 lead, and the scoring
Okay, well, this
continues.
one that changes things now. Now it's no longer like a shootout. Now it's just Florida, like, I guess they're on the ice.
So a minute and 13 into the second period. Connor McDavid, his first goal of the series, sixth goal of the playoffs, and a 4-1 Oilers lead. Unbelievable. 35 points in the playoffs, second most in the last 30 years. Malkin in 2009 with 36. When Malkin was on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and listen to this crowd, it's loud. I'm hearing it on my headset here because we're not actually in Edmonton, guys. Oh, shocker. But it's really loud on my headset. Sometimes it's hard to hear even you, Season, because it's so loud.
Yeah, I can't hear like anything, but you also have 2 feeds playing, so.
Cleared out. CC at the blue line. On goal. And they're cheering right after he made a save. They're trying to mock Bobrovsky as he's saved only 8 shots. He's allowed 4 goals on 12 shots. He's not looking good here in game number 4. 4-1 Oilers, Nugent Hopkins. Stretches it up. CC now Draisaitl on the right wing. Draisaitl trying to feed it out in front, got pressured. And it's taken away here. Stenlund has the puck. Moving on up is Lawrence. Behind the net, Okposo trying to center it. And a save by Stuart Skinner. Here comes the Oilers again. Fogle. Fogle fan on the shot. Fogle has it in his skates. Fogle trying to fish it free. Comes to Okposo, then turned over. Regathered Ekholm. That blast and a save by Sergei Bobrovsky. It is going really far out here in Edmonton. 4 goals on 12 shots. The fans are getting their money's worth right now. This has been a very entertaining game. The PA announcer in the arena sounds like he's having too much fun with his job. Shot by Nurse that went wide, ricochet to the front of the net, and oh, could not take the shot off. Centered it, and it comes to the point shot, and it deflected just wide. And Bobrovsky got knocked down. Is he injured? No, he's not. He got up. Crowd loving it though, because it was on the Oilers who knocked him down. Behind the net, Luostarinen. Brown tried to hold it in. Reinhart regathers it. Montour will send it in from the center line. 6 goals in the last 3 periods for the Oilers. Centering pass for Rodriguez could not go, held in at the blue line. Mikkola behind the net, Rodriguez trying to center it. And Brown takes it away. Here comes Nurse. Sends it in on center and a save, and mockingly a cheer by the crowd again. Kulak for Hagee now, trying to center it, deflected off of sticks, and cleared out of the zone. At center now at the Florida zone. Ryan battling for it along the wall. Perry trying to fish it free. Ekman Larson gets it free, but turned it over to McLeod. Now to Perry behind the net. Perry trying to center it. Still loose. Perry got knocked down in the process. It's too hard of a pass to go back to the point, and CC has to retreat it. Along the wall, turned over. Oilers started up again. They're just playing so good right now. Angled off the puck with CC. Kulikov got all of it, though, by CC, though, the body. Tkachuk off the boards. Nugent Hopkins with the puck. Been a while since we've had a whistle. A 2-on-1. Draisaitl all alone and a save. The rebound. Shot and it deflected just wide. Bouchard and pressured. Held in at the blue line. Shot from distance was blocked and taken away by the Panthers. Onside, Lundell deflected just wide on that shot. Forsling rims it all the way around. And Ekholm has it. Flipped out of the zone. Stretch pass behind the defense Holloway almost, but Mikkola knocked it away. Mikkola pressured along the wall. In the corner. Cleared out the zone. They say no icing. Crowd boos. Does not agree by the linesman's call. That was almost close to a too many men on Florida. McDavid busts in. Drops it in the middle. Scores! Nurse! 5-1 Oilers!
Oh, no freaking way. Like what? How? No way that this is real. They suck for 3 games and then they freaking do this.
A 5-1 Oilers lead. This is unbelievable. Like,
Hold
really
up,
unbelievable.
is our feed that I'm watching in sync with your feed?
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
And Bobrovsky's getting pulled for the first time in the Stanley Cup Finals, and Stolarz is going in. Oh my. Desperation time.
Yeah, that, honestly, at this point, like, yeah. He played great last time, but you need to get him out of there. Seriously, you can't allow 5 goals in not even half the game. Especially during a freaking power play. Like, you gotta be kidding me. He was great the other day, but this has not been his night.
Anthony Stolarz has not played in this playoffs, but he will get his first start kind of here as he takes the relief off of Sergei Bobrovsky in a 5-1 Oilers lead. It's unbelievable. Ekblad flips it out, and Oilers have it at center, sent it in. I think your feed's a little bit behind. Let me get back on sync of yours.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah. Don't worry about the audio, just worry about having
Rodriguez. Let's see.
I don't know why you're so concerned about the audio when you're only watching one stream.
Okay, let's sync it up again. Okay, there it's synced up now. We're good now. Here come the Oilers. Broken up. My apologies. Our audio's went in sync and the stream was as well. McDavid behind the net. McDavid trying to center it. Oh, great stop, Stolarz. 13:56 at the go. 5-1 Oilers. We'll be right back. We're back in Edmonton and a 5-1 Oilers lead. And what do you think on this?
Pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
So after this team had not scored a lot in this series, they only scored 2 in the first 2 games. They have scored 9. It is unbelievable to even think. Back to the point, and it's behind the net, now trying to center it. And the Oilers have it behind the net, rimmed all the way around Ricola. Ryan. And back to the point again, Ceci holds up, fires, and it's stopped. Ryan along the wall. Still trying to get the puck here. Behind the net, trying to center it. It was knocked off there. That's going to be a potential icing. Yes, it will be an icing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This game just got downgraded a lot here. It's unbelievable. 13:08 left to go in the second period. A 5-1 Oilers lead, which is unbelievable to even think right now. It's
yeah, after the
crazy.
last few games, my gosh, that's more than like twice the total points they've scored this whole freaking series. Right? Yeah, they only scored like 2 or 3 total.
Sent into the Florida zone. Along the wall. Still battled for. Ekholm had it, lost it. Nugent Hopkins. And trying to stretch it up is, I believe, someone right there, and he could not stretch it up. The audio is kind of lagging right now for us. My apologies. Stretch pass. It could not connect. Give me a whistle here. With 12:22 left to go in the second. I believe that was an icing. So, what do you think's gone wrong here for Florida?
Just about everything. Offense, defense, especially their goalie, who they had to sub out not even 5 minutes into the second period. The feed that we're watching on, or at least that I'm watching on, not being in sync with the one you're watching on, I guess. Lag.
That's great. Off the face-off one here. Behind the net. Fogle. Wraparound attempt. Still loose. And it comes free along the wall. Back to the point. McDavid has the puck. McDavid to the point again, and a save with 11:59 left to go. This ASL feed is okay. I think it's just lag on your part. The ASL feed's lagging on me with the audio, unfortunately. And the offensive face-off won here by the Oilers, and it's cleared out now. It's a stretch pass for Reinhart. Reinhardt's onside, crossing the blue line. Rodriguez, and the shot was blocked. Behind the net. Taken away here by the Oilers. Oilers stretch it up. Onside. Trying to get the puck here. Darnell Nurse held it in. 4 of the 5 goals for the Oilers is off the rush. Reinhart could not connect. It was stolen away there by Kulak. Stolen away by Barkov. There's a whistle. 11:20 left to go. And my apologies for the audio, because the audio just wants to keep glitching on me for some reason.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, just don't worry about the audio. Because you don't have audio on any of your other streams.
So we're going to get a penalty here and a power play for Edmonton. So Ekman Larson to the box. It was a tripping, and everything's just going wrong for Florida. This has been something else. Wow. I did not expect this to happen in game number 4. You expected the Oilers to make a response, but not this big of a response.
Yeah, I expect a more interesting game, too.
Bouchard has it. And it's sent back into the Oilers zone. Bouchard in his own corner in the zone. Bouchard 0 for 1 on the power play Oilers. McDavid off the drop pass. McDavid moves it in. McDavid holds up. Along the boards, cleared out to the blue line. Bouchard holds up across from McDavid. McDavid holds up, winds and fires! And that hit the post and everyone started to celebrate. It did not go in.
But it did not actually go in.
They had the what's that called? The fog already going on. Nugent Hopkins and a save by Stolars with 10:26 left to go in the second, and McDavid slashes his stick in frustration, which I get.
Does that relate to you? Do you even play hockey?
I mean, I shoot sometimes in our net, so yeah, I guess.
With like a ball?
Yeah.
Or like in that one ad that they air in every freaking game?
Yeah, probably. I think I do that all the time. Bouchard off the face-off, still a power play here. Nugent Hopkins gives it for McDavid across. Bouchard and a save. Might have been blocked. Bouchard, now McDavid. McDavid holds up, hit the post on the power play. Draisaitl just shot it wide and cleared. 50 seconds with a go on the power play here for the Oilers.
And we have just passed the half point in the game.
Bouchard gives it. McDavid with the puck, not the ball. I gotta get used to this because I said puck a couple of times in our yesterday's game. Mavericks and Celtics. Nugent Hopkins across. Draisaitl holds up, trying to return it for Nugent Hopkins. And the Panthers trying to go short-handed. That pass was out of the reach of, I believe, Reinhart. Nugent Hopkins onside. Gives it for Draisaitl. Draisaitl shoots, and a glove save by Stolars with 9:31 left to go and 11 seconds left to go on the power play. We'll put the audio back on when we return from commercial because the audio is just glitching on us. Apologize for that. We haven't had audio all year, and I guess we're having problems now. So this game has just gone to just being boring, I guess. This is just not going right for Florida at all. Since the beginning of this game, it had not been going right. Broberg with 5 seconds to go on the power play, trying to center it. Came to the front of the net. It's clear to the blue line, not out. Nurse shoots, was blocked into the corner. And with 9:17 left to go in the period, the penalty expires. Tkachuk moves it in onside, crossing the blue line. Tkachuk leaves it for Bennett. Now the Montour. Montour the shot from a tough angle. It's still loose, and it was whistled down. I don't know if that puck ever went in, and a little bit of pushing and shoving right afterwards, too. And we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back. As a 5-1 Oilers lead, we'll be back. We're back in Edmonton. 5-1 Oilers. And this is the only way we could be able to get the audio now. So with 9:04 left to go, a 5-1 lead for Edmonton, halfway through or more than halfway through to the game, and a 5-1 Oilers lead. Face-off one here. Nice hit there. 9 minutes to go in the second. Stolarz out to play it. 21-15, the shots favoring the Edmonton Oilers. That's going to be an icing. 8:41 left to go. Face-off is won here, and the Oilers won it. 8:33 left to go. And a centering pass and a save. And the rebound's still loose, and it's covered. Hold on just a moment. We might have the audio back on our feed. And they're fighting right now. They're going at it. Holy. This is entertaining. Holy moly. Right now, they are going at it right now. All of them.
Earlier, Stanley Cup final.
They are all going at it right now. Holy. And there could probably be some ejections after this. Suspended players. Tkachuk's already in the box. McDavid's getting knocked down by Bennett, I believe. Chaos ensues. Wow. It just all chaos after Stolarz saved it. It was still loose a little bit there, and that was the call. It is so loud in here. Can you hear it? So a power play for the Oilers, it looks like. The crowd started to react, and they're loving it. 2-man advantage for the Oilers. Holy, this is bad. Paul Maurice and their squad does not like this. This is not looking good for the Oilers, or for the Panthers, my apologies. And we're starting to have a little bit of delay here, 8:25, and Nugent Hopkins going to get in the face-off dot, and now it's like play again. So a 2-man advantage for the Oilers. 8:15 left to go in the second, and the Oilers is dominating right now. They ice the puck, though. Or no, they don't. Played by Stolarz. Up in the air. That's going to be icing. No, it went on goal. My apologies on this. Audio is being off and threw me off on my game. McDavid through center. McDavid's in. Holds up. McDavid holds up. Gives it for Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid shoots, deflected just wide. Draisaitl across from McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. Just missed the net wide. McDavid gets it again on the left side. Back to the blue line for Bouchard. Back to McDavid. McDavid across for Draisaitl to Bouchard, and that blast missed the net wide. McDavid now. Two-man advantage here. Bouchard across from McDavid. Now Nugent Hopkins. Now McDavid couldn't settle on him. Now he gets it back. McDavid holds up. Gets it for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins behind the net. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard, that blast was blocked. Got it back. Centering it. Just went wide. Draisaitl back to the point now for Bouchard. 45 seconds to go on the power play. McDavid holds up. McDavid down low for Hyman. Hyman now Bouchard. Now McDavid holds up again. Across. Draisaitl. Rebound. Score! The Oilers. 6-1. Power play goal. Unbelievable. And a 6-1 lead. Tkachuk gets out of the box. There's still going to be a power play here. And a 6-1 Oilers lead. The Florida Panthers are getting their piece of their own medicine like they did back in game number 5. Hyman knocked it in, and it's a 6-1 lead on that rebound. Draisaitl's initial shot. And it rolled on the back of Stolar as everyone thought it was in the forehand, but it was not. 6-1, Oilers. And the crowd loves it. Nurse comes up the breakout. He does. Sent into the corner, McLeod. Down along the wall for it. 6:37 left to go in the second period. Heckel blasts it. Deflected. Rebound by Perry. Couldn't go. Nikola. Now around the boards. Lundell off the boards again. And sent all the way down full strength. 6:20 left to go. A 6-1 Oilers lead. Their offense is booming right now. McLeod, now a stretch pass onside. Bennett, the shot deflected and out of play with 6:10 left to go in the second. A 6-1 lead for the Oilers. Most assists in a single postseason. Connor McDavid is tied with Wayne Gretzky in 1988. Wayne Gretzky's also on there from 1985 and 1987. Crowd is loving it. .606 left to go. Shot that deflected up in the air. 6 minutes left to go. Kulak has the puck. Cleared out. Oilers regain the puck. Brown trying to go cross ice for Henry. Behind the net, bounce off the boards. Barkov. This is just looking so bad for Florida. Janmark moves it in across the line. Draisaitl back to Janmark. Off the post. Turned over all alone. Janmark now Henrique. Henrique holds up. Back to the point. Shot from distance deflected and a save. Reinhart dumps it into the zone. Broberg. 5:10 left to go in the second period. 6-1 Oilers. Game number 4, the Stanley Cup Final. Onside Hyman. 5 minutes left to go in the second. 6-1 Oilers. Along the boards, comes free. Turned over. Sent deep into the zone again. Kulak centers it. Could not go. Fogle tried to run it around. Could not. Knocked down by Broberg. Behind the net. Fogle. And cleared out of the zone by Florida. Tarasenko got taken down. Sent in from center. 4:30 left to go. 4:32 actually. And there's an icing and a big hit on Fogle. 4:32 to go. 6-1 Oilers as they're leading it right now. Power play goal on a two-man advantage, and that's why they're up 6-1 right now at the moment. 4:32 to go, and this Florida squad is not looking good here in game number 4. Must be frustrated, Paul Maurice, but hey, again, y'all have a 3-0 series lead. If Florida could potentially pull off a 5-goal comeback, they'll win the Stanley Cup. If not, we're going to game 5 in Florida, which is looking like the likely case here. Shot from distance was blocked by the defender. Verhaeghe behind the net. Verhaeghe pressured. Verhaeghe. Bennett holds up, gives it, shot, save, rebound, still loose in the slot. Taken away, got taken down in the process with one of the Oilers. No penalty upcoming. Bouchard gives it, Ekholm off the boards at center. No icing. 4 minutes left to go in the second period. Tkachuk will send it in. Skinner out to play it. Skinner leaves it. Bouchard. And now Montour will settle the puck down. Kulak gives it, sends it in all the way. Played by Stolarz, no icing, almost misplayed it. And gave it away to one of the Oilers. Stenlund moves it in on the right wing. Lost the handle, got it back. Stenlund trying to center it up in the air. And now it goes to the corner. Knocked down. What a hit by Agaposo. Tries to center it, goes past the receiver at the blue line. And it comes back all the way into the Florida zone. 3:10 left to go, second period. 6-1 Oilers in game number 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Rodriguez trying to center it. Came to the Oilers. Here comes Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl onside, crossing the blue line. Got knocked down. Holloway shoots. It was blocked out in front. Draisaitl regains it again. Great pass to the point. Nurse shoots. A save by Stolarz. 2:50 left to go in the second. Crowd loving it. A 6-1 lead for Edmonton. We'll be back with more after these messages. We're back in Edmonton, a 6-1 lead for the Edmonton Oilers as Hyman gets his first of the Stanley Cup Final here with the Oilers.
Yes.
Hyman,
Of course.
what do you think of this game? It's gone out of hand.
It's just complete sheer incompetence by Florida. Like, I'd be really embarrassed if I was them.
They're getting
Like, how do you mess it up that bad?
They're getting game 5 right now. Remember last year in the Stanley Cup Final when Florida lost 9-3 in the game to try to stay alive. Shot by Nurse was saved. They're getting this basically the same thing that Vegas did last year in this game. But the good news is It's a 3-0 series lead for them, and they're going to go back home. That one goes out of play. There's no doubt about it. We're going to go back to Florida for a game number 5 on Tuesday.
If Florida makes a comeback here, that's probably the most clutch thing ever
But they
in this
got
sport.
22 minutes and 36 seconds to make a comeback. And I like how Bobrovsky, the goalie just got pulled, is just laughing it off right now. He feels no fear right now.
After getting pulled.
Yep. He's laughing with the trainer. That's unbelievable. Stanland near the boards. Battled for. Ryan wins it all the way around. Behind the net. Oilers have possession. Kulak has it at the blue line. Held it in. Mikkola intercepted that pass, but now the Oilers regain it again. McLeod near the boards. Stenland still pressured along the boards. And now it comes free. And the Panthers try to move it up. Perry will send it in. Off the glass, 1:50 left to go in the second. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins got his first goal of this series here tonight. Janmark onside. Janmark's in. Janmark already has a goal. He lost the handle. The former Dallas Star behind the net. Back to the point. Broberg gave it across. Shot from distance was saved by Stolars. Got tripped up in the process. No penalty. Held it in. Oilers are just playing so great right now. Where were these Oilers at to begin the series? It's unbelievable.
Asleep.
Luostarinen pressured. Lundell, 1:05 left to go in the second. Panthers have offensive possession here. Tarasenko's trying to center it. In front of the net. Luostarinen. Blast by Forsling and up in the air and a save by Skinner with 50 seconds left to go. And an icing on Edmonton with 48.5 left to go. So close chance there for Florida to get on the board again. Game 5 of the NBA Finals on Monday night at 7:30 Central. I don't know if we're going to do that or not.
On Monday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be able to do that.
Tatum and Kachuk were in the same class in 9th grade in 2013. And they were classmates, and now they're both in the finals with a 3-1 basically now because Edmonton is up 6-1. There's absolutely no way in the world the Florida Panthers can come back from this. If they come back, it'll be like the biggest miracle ever in NHL history. Ekholm, and it's cleared all the way down for an icing. 21.2 left to go in the second. So a game where it was high scoring and it was kind of tight has now become untight because now it's I don't know. This is not what I expected. Matthew Tkachuk's family's here. Brady Tkachuk, who plays for the Ottawa Senators, is in the crowd. They probably don't like it because they're down 6-1, and Matthew Tkachuk's on the Florida Panthers. Montour, the shot from distance was stopped by Stuart Skinner. Barkov, now Ekman Larson, a shot from distance from the goal line was stopped. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Rodriguez. Fogle. Barkov now. And a 6-1 lead for Edmonton. Wow. We'll be right back with the intermission report and break down what we could potentially see in a Game 5. We'll be right back after this. Welcome into the intermission report. And a 6-1 Oilers lead. I'm joined alongside Season, and this just derailed on Florida. This
not the best game we've covered.
Last game it was 4-3. This one's 6-1. What has been working for the Oilers here in this game?
Everything.
Yeah, you're right. So let's give the second period. I don't know, guys. You know, I hate doing these games. I'm just going to talk normally. I hate doing these games because sometimes they just become boring like this, where it's just 6-1 and just like there's no intensity to the game. Because you're going to already tell that Florida's not playing with that same intensity that they had when they were down 3-1 or like 2-1. Then being down 6-1, it's not the same intensity that they were playing with it. I feel like now they're trying to save energy for Game 5 in Florida. And I remember you said before we started that you'd rather see them win the Cup in Florida.
Yeah, if Florida's going to win it, I think it's cooler for them to win in their home stadium.
But with this kind
of... like, when you consider that it's their first ever, that would be more cool for them.
So... I remember when I said 1998 was the last time we had a sweep. Unless the Florida Panthers score 6 goals in the third period, that record will still stand. And that I remember when I said the sweeps for NBA and NHL, that was broken yesterday. So 1995 still lives on as the last time that both NBA Finals and NHL Finals were sweeps. So let's go.
In the same year.
In the same year, yeah. So they added just a shot for Florida now, and now it's 27-18. Does not matter because they are just down. That was Edmonton's first power play goal of this Stanley Cup final. They're 1 for 4 on it. They had a 2-man advantage, and that's how they scored on it. Connor McDavid, 1:13 into the second period, made it 4-1, and I feel like that after that goal, that's where it kind of just, okay, this is just, they're walking away with it. Then Darnell Nurse, his first of the playoffs, makes it 5-1. Not even 3-something minutes later. Then Nugent Hopkins on the 5-on-3 power play gets a 7 of the playoffs, his first of the Stanley Cup final. And a 6-1 Oilers lead, a power play goal. As I remember I stated a stat that Hyman, McDavid, and Draisaitl did not have any goals combined. McDavid now has a goal, and now they have 1 in total, I guess you could say. And Draisaitl has now had 2 points in this game from being pointless in the first 3. Let's go over these stats. 38-28. The hits favoring the Panthers are more physical. 16-14 the block shots favoring the Oilers. A 13-6 giveaways favoring the Oilers. A 9-7 takeaways favoring the Oilers, as everything's just favoring the Oilers. 3 penalties on Florida, and I feel like that's the reason why they're down here. They're taking too much penalties. They've already taken 4 straight penalties here. And they've gotten away from some too, and I feel like that's why they're not playing to their ability here in game number 4. And I just feel like that's the reason why. They also just got off to a terrible start as well.
Yeah, not good.
This is a kind of game where you just want to just kind of erase it out of your memory. You don't want to you just want to forget about it. 3 goals for Edmonton in the first. 1 goal for Florida in the first. 3 goals again for the Oilers in the second, and then no goals for the Florida Panthers in the second. A 6-1 Oilers lead. But hey, let's talk about something else other than hockey, the NBA Finals. So this one's probably going to be a 3-1 series now. It's going to go to a Game 5 in Florida, but we're going to go to Game 5 in Boston. Do the Mavericks have any chance of staying alive to force it back to Dallas again?
Yeah. I'd say they still do.
Luka was just great in that previous game.
Luka's been great the whole time. He's the only thing they have.
I mean, but also when he's passed some of the, I remember that one pass. I think it was what was his name? It was like I don't remember his name, but he made like a dunk after a great pass by Luka, and I've seen that just on Twitter, and I was like, wow, that was such a great pass. I have the names right here. I'm gonna find it from last night. Gafford made the dunk.
Yes, very good.
I felt like a lot of players stepped up for the Mavericks there in that game because they looked terrible in the first three, as well like the Oilers did. So we're going to see probably a Game 5 here in this series. Do you see the Oilers forcing it back here to a Game 6? So I'm basically asking the same question like the Mavericks, but with the Oilers. Or do you see Florida winning Game 5?
Yeah. So what do you see the Oilers forcing a Game 5?
Or Oilers forcing a Game 6 if we go to a Game 5?
Or a Game 6, that's what I meant, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, not in Florida. If it was here, maybe. But since it's not, I don't see it personally.
At 24:53, the start is second shortest of Bobrovsky's career, which is crazy to even think. I wonder what his first was. So Tuesday night will probably be when Game 5 will begin. We'll hope to see you there for Game 5 if you can make it. Sunday's a free day because NBA's not on Sunday. It's on Monday. So a 6-1 Oilers lead. Is there anything else you want to add from anywhere else? Anything at all? Because we got to fill up some time here.
No. We can just take a break.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll be back with more after this. And welcome back. We're back in Edmonton for period number 3. I'm joined alongside Steven. And, what'd I say? I was like,
I'm not gonna repeat that.
I don't know. This game just went out of control. This guy's literally building a Madden team.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention anymore. I'm making a fake team.
So we got 20 minutes left to go. I don't know. I don't know. This game just went out of control, and now it's just become a game that exists, I guess you could say. And basically, we're just basically looking forward to Game 5 because maybe Game 5 is entertaining. And let's see if the Florida Panthers can actually show up in that game number 5 at home. You say the series will end in 5. I say this goes back to Edmonton if there is a Game 5. Because if Edmonton's going to come back and win this game, or not come back and win this game, but have a performance like this, and all their guys, or all their top guys right now, are doing great, and they'll probably feel like that momentum. I feel like this will change the tides of the series a little bit. I still see Florida winning it, but I think this changes a little bit of the length of the series.
Let's go. I'm starting the season now. Max, I gotta send you this. So you go in and you select the team, and it has like all the logos and stuff.
Third period started. Shot deflected just wide. I gotta still commentate this game for like another 19 minutes. Florida has the puck. Barkov had it. Got pressured off the puck. Back to the point. Mikkola the shot. Deflected just wide of the net. Montour will move it all the way around. Barkov from the point. Blasted wide. Montour again. Holds up. Waits. Delays. Delayed penalty upcoming on Edmonton. There's going to be a power play here for Florida. And with 19:24 left to go, a power play for the Florida Panthers. Remember the first power play? It was terrible for Florida. They allowed a shorthanded goal. We'll see if that's the same case here. Power play ongoing. About to start here. Face-off one here by Barkov. Verhaeghe across. Montour the shot. The rebound out in front. Still loose, and it went to the corner. Montour got pressured. Reinhardt in the corner as well. Centering pass for Verhaeghe. Wide open shot. Saved by Skinner. 1:43 left to go on the power play. Any comments in the game?
No. Not really.
Shot from distance was blocked and out of the zone. A minute has passed here in the third. Power play ongoing for Florida. Trying to make it a 6-2 game. Verhaeghe rims it all the way around for Tkachuk. Holds up. Deflected save by Skinner. .122 left to go in the power play.
I have to go eat. I will be back in a bit for the end of the game.
All right, we'll see you then. So it'll be me solo. Face-off one here. Along the boards, Reinhardt. Return pass from Verhaeghe to Reinhardt. Back to Verhaeghe at the point. That was intercepted. Sure-handed the Oilers. Brown gets in. Brown the shot saved by Stolarz. The rebound came out in front. Where's the puck? It's in the corner and Barkov stretches it up. Deflected into the zone, so no icing. And that deflected into the Florida zone. Bennett, stretch pass for Rodriguez. Gives it through the middle, Tarasenko. A cross shot, hit the post. A wide open net for Lundell, and it hit the post. 35 seconds to go. Rodriguez back to the point for Lundell, back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down low for Bennett. Bennett behind the net. Regathered here by Tarasenko, who is following the process. Ekman Larson across. Rodriguez, a slap pass. Back to Rodriguez from Lundell. That cross ice seam couldn't go. Less than 20 to go on the power play. Lundell down low for Bennett behind the net. Bennett gives it for Lundell at the goal line. Bennett, wraparound chance, and the rebound was stopped. Lundell, now Tarasenko. Power play going expired here. Lundell down low. Got through everyone. And the power play expires. 56 of 60 killed off in this postseason for Edmonton. A 93.3% of killing off a penalty. One of the best records in the playoffs. I think it is the best. 28-25, the shots favoring the Edmonton Oilers. A 6-1 lead. 3 minutes have passed here in the third. Power play opportunity for Florida, and they do not score on it. Close chance to make it 6-2. Draisaitl deflects it into the zone, so no icing. Crowd is loving it. They've been cheering for all night, basically, since the Oilers have got a shorthanded goal. They have not trailed once in the game. Kulak now Bouchard. Bouchard will send it in from the center line. Mikkola. Forsling has it through the middle. Gives it for Mikkola on the left wing. Wasn't on the tape. Skinner out to play it, intercepted up in the air. Tarasenko trying to center it back to Lundell behind the net. Mikkola back at the point, sends it across. Shot, Kulikov, rebound stopped. Rebound still loose, trying to jam at it. It's stopped by Skinner. All of the chances by Florida are denied by Skinner, who has stopped 25 of 26 tonight. More than 4 has passed in the third. To the corner it goes for Hagee. Or Lusterinen, my apologies. Lusterinen pressured. And a nice hit there. Finishes check, Lusterinen. Trying to send it behind the net. Shot, tough angle, saved by Skinner and covers with 15:38 left to go in the third. And a little bit of pushing and shoving right after that. Lundell was taken down by Ryan. Right now, it is not looking good. It is not looking good for Florida. Face-off is won here. Ekman Larson, the shot went wide of the net. Bennett in the circle got intercepted and taken away. McDavid couldn't clear it. Or Henrique, my apologies. Ekman Larson, a race for it. Brown knocked it away. Brown finishes a check on Ekman Larson. Bennett lost it. Up, and now at center for Montour. Ekman Larson again on the return pass from Ekman Larson. Barkov sends it in from the blue line. Rimmed it all the way around behind the net, trying to center it. On the side of the net was Barkov. Behind the net, Reinhart trying to center it. Comes back to the point. Holds up. Fakes a shot. Reinhart down low in the corner. Fogle trying to clear it. Cleared it to the blue line, not out. Last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup was back in 1993 when the Canadians won against the Kings. Barkov sends it in. Wide of the net on that shot. Rodriguez back to the point. Blast. Blocked. Rebound went wide. McDavid rimmed it all the way around for Ekholm. off the boards, sent back into the zone off a skate. Ekholm has it again. .14 to go in the third. Down the right wing was Holloway, who sent it deep into the corner. Mikkola turned it over, and Lawrence clears it. Edmonton regathers possession. Has been a lot of whistles here in the third. Broberg gives it. Holloway onside. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on goal, saved by Stolars with 13:38 left to go in the third. 28-27, the shots favoring the Oilers. And a 6-1 lead for Edmonton. We'll be back with more after this.
Geico.
We're back in Edmonton, and the crowd is loving it here. Oilers fans and faithful singing along to shout. Game 5 in Florida. 13:38 left to go in the third. In Game 4, we'll see you in Game number 5 on Tuesday night. Off the face-off was not won because they reset it. Teams are 206-4 when leading series 3-0, 27-1 in the Stanley Cup Final. Playoff history here in the Stanley Cup Final. Mikkola off the boards. And here comes Montour, who'll send it in from center. Lawrence around the boards, rims it all the way around. Montour, centering pass, went wide of the net. Mikkola the blast. Penalty upcoming on Edmonton. 13:09 left to go in the second power play of the period for Florida. So cross-check, and the Oilers to the penalty kill. Lawrence got cross-checked in the blue paint by Nurse. They call that. Nurse was like, wet. And yeah, they did call it, so deal with it, I guess. 0 for 2 on the power play, 7 shots for the Panthers. And the face-off's won here by the Oilers. They will clear it. Stolars played it, and now it's Montour drops it back. Barkov, Verhaeghe cross-side through the middle. Back to Verhaeghe off his skate. Battled for Verhaeghe, kept it in on the first try, and then on the second try, it's cleared by Edmonton. Game number 5 will be on Tuesday night. We're 12:40 away from a Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. Last year's ended in 5 as well. Last time we had a 6 game series in the Stanley Cup Final was in 2022. Last time I had a 7-game series was back in 2019. When it was the Blues versus the Bruins. Haven't had a 7-game series in a while. Reinhart. Tkachuk trying to send it down low back to the point, and a 2-on-2 shorthanded for the Oilers. Brown. Brown moves it in. Shot! Deflected off the blocker. Montour. Stolen away and sent back in by Edmonton. Great penalty killing here by the Oilers. They've been doing good all year in penalty killing. Bennett across to Lundell. Lundell on the right wing. Back to the point. Freckman Larson at the point. Lundell near the boards. And it's cleared out. Rodriguez could not hold it in. Bennett. Now Rodriguez chips it in. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Bennett can't send it back to the point. Broberg pressured by Tarasenko. Nugent-Hopkins couldn't clear. Now Ryan does on the backhand. And a great penalty kill by the Oilers as always, like I just previously mentioned. And this power play goes really bad here for Florida. Full strength again. Along the boards in the Edmonton zone with 11 minutes left to go in the third. Held in, second try, it's not. 2-on-1. Draisaitl across for Henrique off the tape. Henrique down low. Draisaitl has to reach for it. Delayed penalty upcoming on Florida. They're calling everything now. 3 penalties in the third and a power play for the Oilers. Slashing on Ekblad, and we are going to go to another power play here for the Oilers. There has to be like multiple power plays here. I believe it's the 5th power play here for the Oilers. They've had a 2-man advantage in the game. They've had everything in the game. Everything's going right for them right now. 1 for 4, 8 shots on them. 1 for 14 in the series. The first 3 rounds, 37.3% in power play effectiveness. Bouchard. Now Draisaitl. Draisaitl dropped it through the middle. McDavid. McDavid across for Nugent-Hopkins. Back to the point again for Bouchard. Back to Nugent-Hopkins near the boards. McDavid trying to go across, fanned on the pass, and it's cleared. 30 seconds have passed here in the power play. We're approaching the halfway point of the third. We're halfway away from game number 5 as Bouchard drops it back through the middle. McDavid now Draisaitl on the right wing, sends it all the way around, rimmed it all the way around, and Stenlund will clear it. Bouchard, now McLeod. Drop back for Bouchard. Stretch pass for Perry. Perry onside. Gives it for McLeod. Centering pass for Nurse. Deflected. What a save, Stolars. With 9:34 left to go on the power play. Holy. A great stop late. His biggest stop of the night. That's the only great stop he's had in the game since filling in for Bobrovsky. 9:34 in the third. Crowd is loving it. 9:34 to go. 3-0 series lead for Florida. Looking like it's going to be less than that because now it is looking like the Oilers are going to take a 3-1. They can finally win a game. That's what I'm trying to say. McLeod moves it in on the side. Gives it for Nurse. On the boards for Fogle trying to center. Went off his skates. 30 seconds to go in the power play. McLeod near the boards. Perry, now Fogle. Perry gets it again. Behind the net. Back to the point. Nurse. 18 seconds to go on the power play. A Coma cross. Now Perry at the goal line. Back to the point for Nurse. Across for McLeod. On the left wing at the point. Perry. McLeod. Ekholm. Shot. Save. Power play's over. Cleared out. Here comes Lusterinen. Out of the box is Ekblad. Lusterinen onside. Lusterinen pressured on the back check. Ekblad centers it. Shot. Went wide by Bennett. Trying to bank it in. Bennett. Lusterinen, and that went wide. Held at the point for Hagee. The shot deflected just wide. Back to the point again. Ekman Larson. Now Montour near the boards. Ekholm. Turned over to Montour. Shot. Wide rebound. Tkachuk missed a wide open net. Now Bennett has a chance, and the backhand was broken. His stick was broken. Unbelievable.
Some stoppage here.
Yep, it's a stoppage. Somehow, some way, Tkachuk had a wide open net, and he missed it. How? Everything's not going right for the Florida Panthers at all in game number 4. And Perry is going to the box. We're going to have Perry the Platypus is going to the box, and we're going to have a power play.
All right.
Geico covers dead back.
We're back in Edmonton. Power play upcoming, I believe, for Florida. Slashing on Corey Perry, Clary the Platypus, whatever you want to call him. And we're going to have a power play here for Florida. Off the face-off one here. Panthers for Hagee across. Montour the shot. Save. Rebound still loose in the slot. Covered. Or is taken away. Cleared out of the zone. Stolars out to play at Montour. For Hagee. Cross for Reinhart. Barkov for Hagee. In the slot, shot save. Big rebound for Tkachuk, and he has to handle it again. Barkov behind the net. Tkachuk at the goal line. Centers it for Verhage. A backhand off the outside of the net. Barkov trying to center it. It's a little too late to start trying, guys. Reinhart. Verhage back to Reinhart in the corner. 7:20 left to go in the third. Tkachuk near the boards to Montour at the point. Montour to Barkov. Barkov to Tkachuk down low. Tkachuk back to Barkov. Back to Tkachuk again at the goal line. Across, and it was blocked off of skates. Montour rimmed all the way around for Tkachuk behind the net. 7 minutes left to go in the third period. Power play still going. That pass is out of the zone. Tkachuk. Brown will retreat it, killing off the time on the power play. 6:45 left to go, and the crowd loving it here in Edmonton. Ekholm across for Broberg, sent all the way down. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. Bennett across, Tarasenko. Back to the point, Ekman Larson across for Lundell. The shot blocked. Bennett back to Ekman Larson. Tarasenko across. Bennett holds up, winds and fires. It was stopped. The rebound in the slot. And it's bounced out of the zone and cleared, and the power play is over. Tarasenko has the puck on the left wing. Broberg took down Tarasenko behind the net. Battle for it along the wall. Shots are even at 32. Perry onside. They are. McDavid across. Score!
Oh my
7-1.
gosh.
What a feed and a 7-1 lead.
Ugh.
Do we really have anything else to add here? It's just been a domination by Edmonton. How about the ASO guys?
Yeah.
Holloway gets a second off a great pass by McDavid. The question is, was the net off its moorings? If it was, this goal will not count. But I believe it will stand for a 7-1 lead. And the Oilers, after scoring 2 in the first 2, or 1 in the first 2, have now made a 7-1 lead. This is unbelievable. It is utterly insane how they can be so bad in the first 3 games of this series and then decide to show up and score 7. It's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable at this point. Draisaitl has it along the boards. CC. Shot deflected wide. Florida out of the zone. Connor McDavid makes records for most assists ever in a playoff run. He beats Wayne Gretzky in that record. We have just witnessed playoff history right now. He has just broken history. Connor McDavid, you'd argue the best player in the world. That shot was blocked. And the crowd chanting MVP here in Rogers Place.
That's funny because they're going to lose the series anyway, most likely.
We have not seen 7 goals since I believe when we did Florida Panthers and Colorado Avalanche when we were at the Ball Arena in the regular season. No icing here, Brown. When Florida, I believe, won that one 8-4. Or even 9-4 maybe. Sent in from the center line. Barkov along the boards. Crowd loving it. 3:50 left to go in the third. 32 assists this postseason, an NHL record for Connor McDavid. He keeps on breaking records. Bennett, shot was fanned on. Poked away, 2-on-1 for McDavid, or Fogle across. Can't get the shot away, scores! 8-1 Oilers.
Yikes.
McLeod.
This is just an incredible implosion by Florida. 8-1. I seriously, like, I don't even know how to explain this. This is just pathetic.
The guy who did the anthems is just loving it in the crowd. They just cut to a shot of him just like, yeah, no, we're just beating this team, demolishing them.
He's like, yeah, yeah. But like,
and with 3:14 left to go in the third, it's 8-1. Third goal of the playoffs, second of this series for Ryan McLeod, and he's just made it 8-1. 3:01 left to go in the third. You know what this game reminds me of? And oh, there's a penalty upcoming. Agaposo and an Oilers power play and a chance to make it 9-1. They have a chance to make it 9-1. We'll be right back. An 8-1 implosion by the Florida Panthers. We'll be back. We'll see you in Game 5 Tuesday night. We're back in Edmonton, a 8-1 lead for the Oilers. And season, there comes a question: do you think the offense just runs dry here going into Florida? There will be a Game 5.
What was that? Sorry.
Do you think the offense runs
Couldn't hear
dry
you.
for the Oilers?
Will they go back to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a more punishing environment. I don't think they'll be playing like this well. At least.
1 for 5 on the power play are the Oilers. Power play ongoing. This is their 6th power play of the night. McLeod, who had the last goal of the game. Perry centers it. Nurse shot, save, rebound, stopped. Just stop the bleeding. Just stop. Don't allow another goal. This is embarrassing for the franchise. This is embarrassing for Florida. If I'm the player on the ice, I would not want to be shown. There's family here that were waiting for them to win the cup here. And dude, they're going to sit and watch them just score 1 goal. But either way, the Oilers are going to force it to a Game 5. Ekholm across. Nurse. Back to Ekholm. Crowd singing along because they're in a good mood. 8-1. Game 4, Stanley Cup Final. McLeod cleared out. The last 2.5 left to go in the third. At Rogers plays for a potential last time. Season, you think it's going to be the last time we'd be here in this building?
Yeah, it could be.
Ekholm sends it in from the center line. 2:09 left to go. In the corner, Perry. Perry rims it all the way around, back to the point. Nurse, 2 minutes left to go. Shot deflected wide. Ekholm, cleared. Everyone on their feet in Edmonton. Oilers going to get their first win of the Stanley Cup Final since game number 6 in 2006 of the Stanley Cup Final against Carolina that year. Brown. We're approaching the 92nd point of the period. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. It will remain probably a minute left to go in this game when the power play expires. For the Oilers, they'll be 1 for 6 if they don't score here in the next 20 seconds. Brown. Along the boards. Oilers fans chanting, "We want the cup."
I'm sorry. Just because they're winning 8-1 doesn't mean they're gonna win the next 3 games too. They can, but like they gotta remember that you can't get too overcomplicate.
Brown shot just
confident
missed.
here.
45
Oh my gosh, are the
seconds
Panthers
to go.
even trying?
No, they're just letting the clock drain. Let's take you over.
Have they been trying?
No, they have not. They've had 2 power plays here. They sent it all the way down, played via the goaltender. For the last 10 seconds, we'll let you hear the crowd here in Edmonton. For potentially the last time. No icing, they wave it off, the linesman. 20 seconds to go at Rogers Place for game number 4. Let's take into the crowd. Listen to this crowd. The Oilers are going to send it back to Florida for a game 5.
Dang. Didn't see that one coming. Close game.
Play La Bamba for the first time in the Stanley Cup Final.
It will be playing La Bamba. Can we play the song?
Yeah, we'll play it after the game, or after we're getting done here.
Well, now that the game's over and they've won, play the song.
Largest win
Now's the time
margin
to do it.
facing elimination. They're tied with the 1918 Vancouver Millionaires.
Vancouver Millionaires?
Yes.
That was a real team? I guess that was like at the start of the league.
Back in 1918, and the Oilers win game 4, 8-1. And we'll start our post game here as the Oilers win it 8-1. Unbelievable.
My gosh, so does that mean they have the lead in combined points?
I think so.
What's the combined score?
The combined score is 9 goals in this game.
Well, combined score for the series.
Well,
Like
first
Panthers versus Oilers.
now it's 12-11, I think, favoring the Oilers now, because or no, it has to be 12-12.
12-12?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Panthers scored
Once
4 in the first 2, and then 3, and then 1 today.
Yeah.
So 12. Then let's see, 8 plus 1, and then how many did they score last time? I don't remember. How many points did the Oilers get in Game 3?
In game 3, they got 3 goals. So
Let's see.
we're going to do our post-game show, and well, the Oilers finally winning the Stanley Cup Final for the first time since 2006, and I know they're celebrating right now, but there has to be a feeling with the fans, maybe delusion, maybe realistic. Can they actually send this?
Well, it's not delusional to think that they're gonna win it, but they shouldn't like get overconfident. That was my point. I probably could have worded that better, but like, you can't expect that just because you had one good performance, you're gonna continue to play like that every game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But like, what does this do to Florida? They just got like
That was
demolished.
bad.
That
Like if this was game 1 or game 2, like yikes.
If this was game 3, this series could have just changed here for game 4. Could be talking about
But like
different
seriously,
series.
8-1. Like I actually don't understand how you freaking blew it that bad.
It's
Like after how well they've played this
Mhm.
whole series, to just come out here and do that. Like, did you even like practice? Like, were they just expecting the win?
It felt like they were just expecting to win.
Like that was probably the worst performance I've ever seen in a game.
And you've watched some games where there has been some awful performances.
Well, not nearly to this extent.
Mm-hmm. That's what I meant.
Oh my gosh, like were they even there? It's like they forgot.
An 8-1 final score.
Like they were never in it. It was never a close game. It was never interesting. It was interesting for like the first like 3 or 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, like not even 2 minutes into the game, Florida has a power play and they freaking allow a goal. Like that's when I knew something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just terrible, terrible game.
That was terrible. So post game here, and that was just terrible. That was just a terrible performance by the Florida Panthers in that game. I just don't get it. Like, why were they this bad in this game? Oh, there's my face. But why were they this bad? It's shocking to see how good they were in game 3, and then they just demolished themselves here in game number 4. I know they have a 3-1 series lead. That's a big series lead, but Jesus, this felt like soul draining.
Yeah, seriously, it was like they didn't even. I don't understand how you can get up 3-0 and then lose that badly. Like, it's one thing to get like trashed or like blown out after you're up 3-0, like what the Celtics did yesterday. But at least yesterday with that Celtics Mavericks game, like that's reasonable because like they didn't get blown out too hard. You know, this was like I don't even know what game they were playing out there. I thought it was like a water polo. Freaking 8-1. Their goalie, who was so freaking good the last 3 games, had to get subbed out not even 5 minutes into the second because he was playing so horribly. Like, it's just bad game.
So this history right here that I have on screen, no team has been swept in the final since 1998. That still lives on with Detroit and Washington, when Detroit won 4-1 in Game 4 in Washington. And this by Florida, with Bobrovsky having the highest save percentage in the Cup final in NHL history, has to have gone down. And now Patrick Roy probably is still taking his place, because that was just a terrible performance by Bobrovsky. It was a terrible performance at the start for Florida. That shorthanded goal just took over the game, basically.
Yep.
It's unbelievable how bad that performance was by Florida, and I'm gonna have a long highlight reel to make right now. Holy! Have a long
It's all gonna be
compilation.
Oilers.
It's gonna be all Oilers
Can
at
I
the
get
end of the video.
Can I get a squeal? Can we get a Oilers win squeal?
How do you squeal?
Just try. So you gotta do it's like a high pitched scream, kinda.
I'm not putting the camera on for the squeal. No.
Okay, turn off the camera and then try the squeal.
I'm not. Oh my god.
Max Hawkins squeal. We got 5 viewers. Can you do the 5 viewers squeal? Oh! The 5 viewers squeal. Oh, 6 watching now. It became a 6.
Thank you for
By the
watching.
time it's
everyone.
shown, it'll be a 6 viewer squeal.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hopefully, we didn't drive away with that squeak. But you know what we do? You know what we do when the Oilers win, or like they don't win, and then we just make fun of the song?
Oh yeah, like when they play at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sing the Edmonton Oilers fight song by me. We're the Edmonton Oilers, and we like to play hockey. Hey, 7 viewers. That was the point differential.
Oh, we just needed to sing the song the whole game. Oh my god.
Are you gonna play the stupid Edmonton opera?
Oh, now we lost a viewer because you just said that. Oh, great.
Join.
Yeah, but the stream's also like 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's play it, guys.
Come on, you got this.
We will be playing La Bamba. 16 wins with La Bamba is necessary.
I don't know how this guy sings the national anthem.
Oilers Nation is ready with skinny.
I can't hear it on the stream. I can see you playing, but I can't hear it.
And don't forget Hyman. He's parked in front. He's parked in front. On the hunt.
You know the Oilers are
Already.
Well, I mean, McDavid was ready in this game.
Yeah, no, that right there, that's the horrible freaking scream. Your Capitan, your Capitan. Like so out of place. It's like so actually horribly, like horrible. Like what were they freaking thinking with that? Your Captain, your Captain. Oh, Captain! Yeah. Anyway, sorry for everybody for having to hear me do that.
Oh my god, I had a good. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can turn it on the stream. Heard me do it. That's great.
Oh my god, that is.
It's such a huge delay. Oh my gosh. You need to stream at lower latency.
I do. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like 30 seconds. Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, I won't do that again.
Oh my. Well, what'd you think of this game for the first like 20
Max,
minutes?
we should do a cover. We should do a freaking cover of this.
We should.
Yeah, the Oilers are ready.
We'll probably not have it for a game 5.
Oh, Captain!
We have to play it like next season when we cover the Oilers. Unless we have it ready for a game 5, which I don't think so. I don't think we would have that ready for a game 5 at all.
Our cover of it? Yeah, no, we'll record it like tonight.
Oh, Jesus. I still can't believe he does the national anthem, and he's just in the crowd. Like he looks like they just gave a mic to someone. And they just put a spot.
Yeah, they don't even bring him out.
Like on the ice, like the Rangers do, or like this, like every other hockey club does.
Yeah, like what you would expect him to do.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of this game before it just got out of hand?
Before, well, I didn't really see much
Of the later half,
so I don't really.
or the general? The first period.
What do you mean?
Like the first period, that was.
I
good.
didn't see much before it got out of hand. That's what I'm saying. It happened so quick. Like it didn't matter.
Yeah, it just felt like the Oilers, after getting that goal first, it just gave them the energy. So we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thank you from you.